So we had no evacuations. We did have structures that were threatened. We had engines there very rapidly where we were able to move the fire around that.
Right now on Up with KREM, a brush fire near PALOUSE Highway is now contained. This morning we'll show you what the scene looks like right now and tell you what caused a delay in response time for firefighters.
Wind dies down today as a cold front moves out of the region. I'll let you know what that cold front means for your temperatures as we start the week.
Today, the Coeur d'Alene School District could see a change. This morning, what would change for students at graduation?
He's credited with getting the great Jackie Robinson his first major league contract and helping break down baseball's color barrier. But before Branch Rickey was a Baseball Hall of Famer, he was a failed Idaho lawmaker.
Up with KREM starts right now with Joshua Robinson, Jeremy Legoo, and Dana Marie McNichol.
We'll take a look at your screen for what we saw last night from the Spokane Fire Department as they arrived at the scene of a brush fire near the PALOUSE Highway and Valley Chapel Road. The video is not blurry. What you're seeing is the amount of dust that was blowing in the area. Traffic was at a standstill on the highway as dust mixed with high winds, making for a dangerous fire situation. Brandon T. Jones joins us from the area this morning. Hey, Brandon, what's the latest?
Hey Joshua, so the scene has definitely settled from that crazy video that we just showed, but I mean, the wind was absolutely humbling last night. You could hear it start to pick up around 7 o'clock when the sun was setting, and you could hear just things flopping around, debris flying all over the place. On my drive out to the PALOUSE Highway, there was pine needles all over the place, trees were down next to the side of the roads, and I can tell why it was hard for firefighters once they arrived out here, because dust is still blowing to this very moment. Not as bad as it was earlier today, but that dust was causing some problems because of low visibility. We did speak with Spokane County Fire District 8 a little bit earlier, and they had to say this about the fire situation last night.
So we had no evacuations. We did have structures that were threatened. We had engines there very rapidly where we were able to move the fire around that. But at this point, the fire is contained. We have crews who will be out there all night monitoring, making sure that nothing kicks up with this wind. All the homes are back and safe at this point.
So because of the dust, it was actually pretty hard to tell how far and how widespread the fire was. So there isn't an exact acre number that I can share with you. But yeah, that dust really made things really tough out here. I was checking the Spokane County Fire District 8, their Twitter account as well. They were sending information out. Transformers were blowing. The winds looked like something out of a movie, out of like Twister or something along those lines. But pretty crazy to see just how much it's transformed as the sun rises, and doesn't look like there is too much damage. So that is the important thing. No houses were harmed or destroyed because of this fire, but just a crazy situation that you got to be recognizing and, you know, just kind of keep an eye on once you're out there on the road to see if there's any debris out on the ground. Joshua?
Well, this morning we are also tracking a number of power outages in our area.
Here are the latest numbers from around the inland northwest. Now, right now, Avista is reporting over 2,300,000 customers without power across Washington and North Idaho.
This morning, Inland Power is reporting over 3,300 outages in the area. Most of those outages are in Spokane County.
And Kootenai Electric is reporting just over 800 power outages. Of course, we will keep you updated on those outages all morning long and on KREM.com.
And we're going to take a look outside, of course, with wind. Everyone wants to know, when is it going to end if it hasn't already? So let's check in with Jeremy Legoo.
Well, you noticed a big difference outside with Brandon in just the past hour, and that's going to continue to be the case here for the next few. I think we hang on to some stronger wind gusts through the entirety of Up with KREM all the way until about 9 a.m. And then we really start to see things die down. Here's a gust right now. It feels a little bit cooler when you find yourself in one of those wind gusts, but our temperatures are sitting comfortably at 38 degrees. That's kind of warm. And temperatures just above freezing in both Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint early on this morning. You're a little bit warmer out in central Washington, but do expect those temperatures to hover around here for the next couple of hours as the sun comes up. will slowly start to warm up. But all in all, our wind is starting to die down. You can see the strong gusts from last night will be a distant memory by later on this afternoon. But as Brandon mentioned, there are some branches and some pine needles on those roads. I encountered a few branches just in my short drive into work this morning, so just know that that will be out there. All in all, it's all about the sunshine. A sunny day today. Despite some of that wind and those cooler temperatures, we now have a colder air mass in place. It's dry and cold, and that means temperatures are going to trend more than 10 degrees colder than where they were yesterday. So by this afternoon, I think we're going to top out just shy of 60 degrees here in Spokane. So quite a bit cooler, but still rather mild. Colder than we should be, but mild nonetheless.
Today, the Coeur d'Alene School District will reevaluate their masks for school students. Now, according to the district, this comes after pushback from parents. The Panhandle Health District rescinded their mask mandate at the end of March, but the school district's rule is still in place. So protesters are arguing that schools shouldn't be forcing their kids to wear masks when the health district no longer requires them. So today, they will review a couple of options. Everything from keeping the current mandate to completely rescinding it altogether. Trustee Lisa May was the most vocal about not making the decision until the community can see updated data.
Our students have lost so much in the last year, and we're asking a small amount to continue this year, masked at least 2 weeks till we see how spring break settles out.
She argues that the school just got back from spring break, and with traveling comes an increase in positive COVID cases. She also says wearing masks could help mitigate the spread. Now, the board meeting will begin at 5 tonight. Of course, we're going to be following that and the board decision here on Up with KREM. So, of course, we want to bring you into the conversation and asking you the question of the morning. Do you think schools should have mask mandates? You can vote right now in our live Twitter poll. Let's take a look at some of those results. 78.3% of you are saying yes. That percentage is actually climbing up all morning long. So we're seeing more of you say that there should be. You could always text us your thoughts, 509-448-2000. If you have a comment about this, we could put those up here right behind me. I think this is something that a lot of people are talking about, especially over in North Idaho, when it really is affecting a lot of those students and parents as well. So, of course, your chance to let your opinion be known this morning.
Here at 6:05, it's time for your morning rush. More news in less time.
Today, Spokane Public Schools is holding a community forum to discuss boundary changes to their north side schools. Now, that includes Finch Elementary, Glover Middle School, North Central High School, among others. The community is encouraged to attend the forum to ask questions and provide comments on the newly proposed boundary changes. Now, for more information about these boundary changes and how to register to attend that meeting, text the word school to 509-448. We'll send you a link directly to your phone. We'll make it really easy for you this morning.
Today, students in Washington who have not already begun in-person learning will get the chance to do so. Governor Jay Inslee signed an emergency proclamation in March to get students back to in-person learning by April 19th. The proclamation requires schools to offer an in-person instruction option that equates to at least 30% instructional time.
Washington has been the first state to do many things. A new resource to help domestic violence survivors will now be one of them. A bill that passed this week will provide victims of strangulation to have access to forensic nurse examiners. Advocates say evidence from medical exams is the best way to hold abusers accountable. Strangulation marks are not always visible to the untrained eye, and so that's why this is actually so significant. Senator Manka Dhingra spoke more about the resource.
What I'm also extremely excited about with this bill is that we're not requiring the survivor to pay the cost of her abuse. That the medical cost for these forensic examinations is going to be paid out of the victim fund. And that is extremely appropriate, as it is done for survivors of sexual assault.
In 2018, there were more than 320 known cases of strangulation in King County. 64 of those were treated in the hospital, and only 4 received forensic exams.
A judge has ruled that anti-tax initiative promoter Tim Eyman must pay the state nearly $3 million. That is to cover the legal costs of a long-running lawsuit for campaign finance violations. The Thurston County Superior Court judge made the ruling on Friday, giving Attorney General Bob Ferguson a victory in this case. That sum is in addition to the $2.6 million, the civil penalty that Dixon previously imposed on Iman for years of campaign finance violations that Dixon called numerous and particularly egregious.
A move to create a capital gains tax on the state's top earners appears to be a done deal. That money would go towards expanded child care and may be a tax rebate for working families. Republicans are worried about it.
And we are hearing from some individuals that they don't want to come here, and that others are not looking at the state of Washington anymore, and that's without it even being passed.
Other bills aimed at cleaning up environment are also in the works. Critics say that it could actually boost prices at the pump another 50 cents.
And that's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKrem on social media.
And an exciting moment from NASA and the U.S. So after the break, we're going to break down exactly what you need to know about this morning's first helicopter flight on Mars. You're not going to want to miss it.
Oh, we are not going to want to miss it. And coming up, we are talking temperatures on the rise, but a cooler start to the work week. I'll let you know how long it takes us to get back to that warm weekend weather we just saw.